Hey everyone, I'm Popcac or JP, and today I'm going to give you a short tutorial in using beams and pillars and foundations to create some unique rotated architecture. So we're going to need a 1 meter foundation for this, the painted beam unlocked from the Awesome Shop, the frame floor, which is also unlocked from the Awesome Shop, the small concrete pillar. So the first thing we're going to do is a rotation from a center point. So we're going to create a 1/2 meter rotated staircase. So for this, you're going to need roughly a 5x6 grid. So we're going to place a painted beam down and make sure the mode is set to default on this first one. So we're going to go out from a center point. So this time I've used the center point of the foundation. I'm going to go out as far as the painted beam will go in one go, which is at the moment is about 40 meters. So we're going to place our beam down, and we're going to place a foundation, 1 meter foundation down on top of that. Now, if we move the mouse over the top of the painted beam, you will see that the top of the foundation drops to the height of the painted beam. So effectively giving us a 1/2 meter rise above our normal floor height. So we can extend that out. I am using Smart Mod for this, just on this bit, just for quickness. So what I've done, I've gone out to the one before my starting point, then removed the beam from the middle, otherwise it will just get left behind and take up memory space. So then we can place another 1/2 meter one on top of that. Then from this point, we go back to our center point here, change the painted beam build mode to freeform, and go from the center point out to the middle of the end foundation to the 40 meters, and then push the mouse forward one. So you see we're moving it forward one, but keeping the same height all the way across. So we're going to do exactly the same as we did on that other one. So we're going to grab a 1 meter foundation, and when we put it down on the top of the painted beam, it shifts it forward to that new rotation point. And again, we can go all the way in to the one before our beam starts, take the beam out, and then extend out from the top of the rotated one. And then same again, so go from the center point of this one, go out to the full 40 meters, and then push the mouse forward one. And then same again, so put the foundation down on top, move the cursor, move the pointer over the beam to drop it down by 1/2 meter, and then extend out, remove the beam, and then put that one down, and your center point will still be the same. So with this, you're getting about, I think I worked it out to about 1.28 degree rotation from the center. Which is a lot better than the game gives you by default. So I think by default it's 5 degrees. So this gives you sort of almost 5 times finer degree of control on your rotations. You can see here we've built on the far edge of this, we've built up a nice little staircase. So we can actually, at the end of the day, remove all of these ones and just leave this curved staircase here, or these two. And then you can build a wall up on one side of these. So we'll just do that now. So you see the wall will curve with these as well. So it's easier to do on the inside edge. So you get a nice curved sort of wall effect as well. So it's not as smooth as some, but it's a smaller degree of rotation than we've been able to do before. which is pretty cool. So the next thing I want to show you is the same sort of thing, but we're going to go upwards instead, so in like a dome or an arc. So we're going to start from the same center point here. So what I'll do just for ease is I'll color that one a different color. So we'll go with the orange on that one. So the orange one is going to be our center point. So same again, we're going to put the beam into default mode and go out to the full 40 meters from there. Then we're going to place a small concrete pillar on the end and another one sort of one in from the end. So effectively we've got one right on the end of the beam and then one just at the top part of the beam, and then we can remove that beam. Then we're going to place another one down, but we're going to again put it into freeform mode. So start from the same center point and go out, and you'll see the beam lifts up to the top of the concrete pillar. So we'll lock that in place and then put another concrete pillar on top, another two, and then same again, rinse and repeat. And eventually you'll either go all the way over or get to a point where you want to. You can get halfway through and you can go round in a circle like this, so you could create a dome, a full dome, which I'm working on at the moment. The other thing you can do is what I've started doing over here, so you can build up the starting point of your arc. So rather than going the other way, so building up the top, we're going this way round. And you can build like a cone effect, which is quite cool. And then if you twist the angle of the beam as you're going round, so this is my center point here. So rather than leaving the beam straight, we can use the mouse wheel to twist it back. So you can. This is with the mouse wheel clicked back once, and this is the rotation with the mouse wheel clicked back twice. So you can get some really, really cool effects. So as I was saying with the arc, if you carry on, you can create stuff like this. So this is a dome I'm currently working on at the moment. So I've got my center point, and I've built each of these quadrants up. And then I'm just going round the circle and filling in where needed. So it's a lot of work. It's probably going to take at least a week or so to do the whole thing. But I think it's going to look pretty cool once it's done. And just to show you this to scale, the nuclear power plant should fit just inside. We'll put that in there once it's finished building. It's not quite centered on that point. Yeah, this second line we don't actually need. It's only used as construction within the dome. You can see that just fits in, so effectively you could create like a mini nuclear reactor building, or stuff like that. So the other way we can do is using as I said, using the 0.1 meter rise, you can get the staircase looking like that, which looks really, really cool. So here's one I've done with it all enclosed. So you can see the staircase looks really smart, nice smooth staircase going up. And the same, you can, once you've put the walls in place, you can then do the roof as well. So you get like a staggered slanted roof like that. And then this one is created with 2 meter foundations, so they're basically dropped down but to about 1.5 meters, which looks again really, really cool. And the other thing was my first attempt at the dome, which didn't go quite well. What I found with the dome, if you're going up, you need to make sure that each layer that you're doing is absolutely spot on, otherwise you'll get chunks that are slightly out like that, and then you end up having to redo part of it. So as well as doing that, you can then do it flat to the floor as well. I think I've got a demo. No, I haven't. But the flat to the floor one is basically the same as the one you've seen already, but you just squash everything down. The other cool thing you can do with the bends is, like I've done here, you can use as bend for a train track. So I've used the same technique to do the pylons underneath the train track here. And then also to create this nice curved bend, which the two train tracks will actually fit on. So that's from a center point somewhere here. So I basically built a beam out from the center point of this one out 40 meters, and then used that as the rotation point to build the circle with. But you can do a part circle here and then another part to get a nice sweeping S-bend. Either will work, but that's literally just one section of train track there. So I hope you've enjoyed this short tutorial video, guys. Please follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/popcac. Stream pretty much every day at the moment, most of the day over the weekend, and then evenings from about 7 p.m. onwards. Normally on for a couple of hours. If you've got any questions or anything, please feel free to ask in the chat, and I'll see you soon.